Welcome to my channel, Mika Creates. I'm Mika. Thanks for watching. Today I am making some Korean ramyun, and it's pork bone ramyun, and I'm going to show you how I made it in the video. So right now what I'm doing is I'm crisping up the pork, and so I put a little bit of oil in there, just kind of browning it. And then I'm going to add some garlic and diced onions. It's going to be so good. I can't wait for you to try it. Okay, here go the onions. I love lots of onions. And remember, I pre-cut my onions. All my onions are in there. Save some for later. And I have some garlic. Now, I love garlic. So I'm going to put about that much of garlic. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So this meat, like I said, I'm just browning it. And then it's going to boil. And while we're waiting for this to cook, really quickly, I put some salt and pepper. So oil, salt and pepper, throw in the pork, let the pork brown, and then I threw in just some diced onions and some garlic, and that's it. That's all I've done. The kind of ramen that I'm going to be using is this one here. Let's see, there. And it's a pork flavor, pork bone flavor. It is so good. This is one of my favorites. There's a mushroom one and then this one. It is delicious. And then I'm going to be using some Munster cheese. And I cut up, some tofu. And I love enoki mushrooms. Love enoki mushrooms. And then in a pot on the stove, I have some water. And I put some shiitake mushrooms. These are dried shiitake mushrooms. And then I also have this, which is here we go. These are little sardines, dried sardines. And so they give the water a really good flavor base, along with this little guy. It's some kelp. And so the kelp, I just put a small piece like this of kelp in the boiling water. So again, in the boiling water, it's kelp, sardines, and then the dried shiitake mushrooms. That's it. Okay, so this is my bath water, and this is the kelp, and you can see the sardines back here. And then that is the shiitake mushrooms. And that's my little water base. It's pretty simple. Okay, so I'm going to pour in my water base. And let's see if I could do it like this. Now I'm using a strainer because I don't want any of that stuff getting in there. See, this is the kelp. It's super big. You can cut this up and then put it in your ramen or your soup, but I'm not going to. And your shiitake mushrooms, you can cut those up and they give a texture like meat. So if you're vegetarian, this is good. Not in this because this is pork, but I'm saying if you're vegetarian, this is a good alternative to meat. It's pretty chewy as well. And then, of course, these are the little sardines, dried. Yay! So this is going to boil for about 15-20 minutes, just until your meat is done. That's all you're waiting for. And the meat is going to be so soft. The longer you let the meat sit, the softer it's going to be. So I'm going to leave it in here for about 20 minutes, and I'm going to cover it up just so that the steam, doesn't that look good? I'm so excited. I love to eat. At this point, it's been cooking for about 15 minutes. So you can see the meat is a heck of a lot softer. See that? Ooh, that looks good. Do you see the color of the broth? And that's just from it cooking on its own. So I'm going to put the soup base in. You can see that. And then I'm also going to put in the flakes. So in the flakes, it looks like it has some potato, that's dried potatoes, and some kind of little meat product here, and some fish flakes. And lastly, I'm going to put this in, and it's kind of like a red salsa. It says sauce salsa, but it's like a red salsa. Now typically anytime you find these in like the ramen packages, they're pretty hot. This one is not. Look at that color. It's like red. It's like a red oil, salsa oil. Kind of reminds me of Chinese hot oil. I'm trying to get all of it. So this is the spicy part of it, but it's not really spicy. At least not for me. And I'm going to accompany it with some kimchi. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering. You should smell my house. My house smells divine. Divine. I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. About 5 more minutes. All right, this is cooked up. Yummy. It smells so good in here. All right, so now I'm gonna put in the noodles. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And I'm going to put in some tofu right here. Right here. I love tofu. Some people don't. I do. You just grab this so you can see what I'm doing. Whoa. There. Look at that. And then my enoki mushrooms. So I'm going to split these guys up. This is my favorite mushroom. You can grill these mushrooms with a little bit of coconut spray, coconut oil spray, or butter, or a little bit of oil, olive oil, corn oil, doesn't matter. And they're chewy, and they taste so good. So good. Yes. These noodles are still hard. And I'm going to add some green onions. Now here's the Munster cheese. I'm going to take a piece of it and I'm going to have to taste it. Make sure it's good. Just going to cut it up, throw it in some spaces. And it gives it a nice salty flavor. And you put 2 pieces in there. Oh man, I can't wait to get in on this. You don't understand. This is so good. So good.